straight leg test is used to assess the flexibility of the hip extensors. These are the muscles that posteriorly tilt the pelvis. An imbalance between these muscles and the hip flexors can negatively affect the function of the back. Now, we're going to have the participant lying supine on their back and make sure that their back is snug against the floor or table, whichever is used. The tester is going to be raising one of the participant's leg while ensuring that the other remains extended flat on the floor and or table. The measure of angle is going to be used by a goniometer, and a minimum angle of 80 is acceptable for the passive straight leg raise. An angle of 90 is desirable, and anything greater than 90 is great. The goniometer should be placed with its axis on the greater trochanter, as shown. The client measured here got a reading of 98 degrees, which is excellent. For the chair sit and reach, you're going to need a ruler and a client, and make sure that the client's shoes are off. You're going to need a chair that stands 17 inches tall, and it will be against the wall with your client having a straight back sitting at the edge of the chair. You're going to have one of their legs extended with the ankle dorsiflexed at 90 degrees. Their hands are going to go one over the other, and they're going to flex and hold for 2 seconds. Then the measurement will be taken. It is going to be emphasized that this test is used for the older population. The older population lacks flexibility when both the legs are fully extended. Before you begin this test, a 5-minute moderate aerobic activity should be followed by a couple of flexibility exercises. There should not be fast or jerky movements. They should be slow and controlled. You're going to need a client and a flexometer. Make sure their shoes are off. You're going to have your client sit down with their feet flexed flat against the flexometer. You want their hands to be overlapping. It's going to be set to 26 centimeter mark. Notice how her hands were overlapping, so this one didn't count. And we want to make sure that her fingers overlap. She's going to hold for 2 seconds, and that's going to be one measurement. We're going to take the best of 2, so we're going to do it again. We want to make sure when she bends forward that she's exhaling. The best of the 2 readings was 37 centimeters, and since our client is a female between the ages of 20 and 29, that would give us a reading of very good. For the YMCA sit and reach test, a yardstick is placed on the floor, and a piece of tape is measured at the 15-inch mark. Participant sits with the feet in between the yardstick, the legs extended at right angles. The heels will be at the tape, but not crossing. Hands will go one over the other, and as they move forward, they should be exhaling their breath. The measurement will be taken. Also, the legs, when they are extended, their knees should be down and not off the mat. Our reading was at 17.5 inches, and since our client is a female between the ages of 18 and 25, she got the reading of